Growing up, my mind was drawn to mathematics. It came easy for me. I saw it everywhere, all around me. Everyone lives their life through math. When we eat and move our body, it's math. When we tend our cattle, it's math. With math, there's always a solution to the problem. I am the youngest of 10 children and live in a rural farming village in Ethiopia. Growing up, our life was very hard. We worked all day only to do it all over again the next day. I would try to get all my chores done before school. I would collect firewood, tend the sheep, help in the field, cook for our family, and then walk almost 2 hours to my elementary school. This was an extremely hard way of life, and we seemed to be trapped by it. There didn't seem to be a way out. There was no payoff for all the hard work, just survival. The biggest frustration for me was how much time I would waste every day walking to find water. Water, I knew, was making us sick. But we had no other option. I didn't want to get married at 16 and have children. I wanted to study to become an engineer so that I could solve this massive problem. I knew I was the smartest person in my school. I was doing grade 12 math algebra in grade 7. But I was so sad because there was no high school nearby for me to continue my education. I didn't know what to do. I remember sitting alone outside my classroom in grade 8. That same day, a lady named Tirhas met me and said she was part of a scholarship program funded by Run for Water. Tirhas offered me the opportunity to go to high school through the scholarship program. I was so excited that someone believed in me, that I had value outside of the work I could do on the farm. For the first time, I felt heard and seen. Tirhas was my mentor and tutor. She always encouraged me to set goals and go after my dreams. I really loved Tirhas. I knew my life was going to change from that moment on. The most important thing about the program is the income generation activities that my parents are taught. My family was given seed money to breed goats. Every year, the sale of the offspring provided me the income I needed for educational materials, feminine products, school uniform. It is so empowering as a woman to have access to my own money. I'm fully independent now. Those goats are my bank account. Now I'm helping my entire family. Tirhas had asked me to write down my long-term vision of what I wanted to do with my life. and what social problem I wanted to solve through my education. And when I thought about education from this perspective, I kept coming back to my experience of walking long distances to find water, and how much strain this one problem puts on my community, especially for girls. In grade 12, I scored the second highest math mark in my province. I was going to be the first girl to ever go to university from my village. I had been walking for hours every day to find water. This was a problem I knew I could solve. I wanted to use my skills in math to become an engineer and empower girls with clean water. It was so exciting to provide the math calculations used to drill for water in my village last year. I had my village and my family in mind when I chose this career path. I wanted to free my sisters and friends from this grueling task. When I lived in the village, my thinking was only as big and as wide as village life. But when I got to university, I met people from all over my country. People from different cultures and different religions. This opened my eyes and widened my perspective. My thinking about the world grew so much as a result of being here at the university. I can't stress how important education is, especially for girls in Ethiopia. It is the only way to give girls power over their own life, power over their own choices. I want to encourage and inspire girls to stay in school and pursue an education. And when I graduate in 2 years, I would love the opportunity to work with Run for Water as a water engineer. This fits perfectly into my vision and dream for my life.
My vision is to be water engineer to serve the community with pure water.